Hey you guys, my name is Taquisha and this is Our Freedom Song. I wanted to go ahead and turn on the camera so that you guys can see what I'm up to in the greenhouse, as well as just what we've been up to. So many things, so many things. I do have my list with the dates that things need to be planted, laid out the seeds that I have so that I can see them. It makes it easier for me just to have everything just laid out. There are a lot of seeds that need to be planted for us. So we are in South Carolina in zone 8B, and mid-July is when we plant a lot of seeds for, I would say, the majority of the seeds for fall. We do have one, at least, if you want to plant green beans here, that's August, and then the rest fall in September and October for those leafy greens. And so I need to get these brassicas in their soil and growing so that we can start off with a successful fall garden. I am actually going to be sowing seeds from 7 different types of broccoli. I love that we just are totally in a season of experimentation so that we can see what grows best in our garden and in our area, based on our own climate, because we buy these seeds online and, we don't really know what will do well here until we try. And so I am trying so many different varieties. I didn't start off with a lot of knowledge last year when we started, but one thing I have learned from my mistakes is to have the correct type of soil whenever we are starting seeds. It's totally different than potting soil. And so I just mixed up a batch of seed starting soil, and I'm going to experiment with doing this method where you are pretty much densely planting your seeds all in one container and just dividing the spaces up into rows. And so I am going to just see how this works for us. And because I've also learned not to put all my eggs in one basket, because literally we had all of our eggs in one basket, and my daughter went out to get the eggs and she dropped the whole basket, and so many eggs broke. But anyway, I've learned not to do just one or just put all my hopes in one method. So although I am doing this as an experiment and it may go really great, and that's going to be great, I'm also going to sow a few seeds the traditional way in separate pots as well. So I don't want to be foolish, because I still do want to make sure that we are going to have the greatest chance of actually producing the plant starts that we do want. And so I want to see all of this broccoli actually growing. So what I'm doing here is I am densely planting the seeds in each row. And so as they grow, the idea is that I could just scoop them out and then pot them up. This looks like it's going to be a very simple way to densely plant really quick. If this works, this would be such a quick way to plant and then come back later and repot them. And so I'm just going to see how this goes, but I like the idea of this, so we will just have to wait and see. I know that people do this type of planting with tomatoes and it works really well. I don't know if this works really well with brassicas, and I didn't actually look it up. I just decided to go ahead and try it and see what happens, but you know what? I'm hopeful. I am just reusing these pots from various plants that we have gotten over time. Also, some of these pots were given to me, and so this little holder is fantastic. I think this holder came from Walmart. They were like throwing a bunch of these. I think last season it was rosemary away, and so I just took all of it. So I am considering starting my carrots in egg cartons. I don't know if anyone has done that before, but my thought is that if I just start them in there, then I can transplant them without disturbing the roots and they can grow. So that's what I'm thinking. So we have had a ton of harvest in the garden lately. I am just so excited and so overwhelmed and thankful for the abundance that we have had from the garden. These tomatoes are producing so well. And not only here, like these are our small tomatoes, but we have had a huge amount of tomatoes that we are able to harvest. Just look at these beauties. We harvest and we were able to do so many things. We cut them up and made salsa. We roasted some, which was fantastic, by the way. So we just removed the seeds. So the ones that we decided to roast were the varieties that we had that were hybrids. The ones that I saved the seeds for were our Cherokee purples, and we have saved so many seeds. I definitely want to share that process with you. The seeds are still in the fermentation process, and so as soon as that is done, I want to show you guys what I've done. The seeds need about 5 days to ferment, and so we are about on day 4, and so it's going to be very soon we're going to be able to do the next process. So of course, with these roasted tomatoes, I added a bunch of basil, and with the salsa that we made, we were able to add it to chicken, which made delicious fajitas, and we also made some tomato soup. We've had some peppers, and look at these beauties right here. Speaking of things that's in season, we went blueberry picking and we had such an amazing time. It was so fun to be out there with the girls. It was so relaxing to do it, and so we just enjoyed our time so much, and it was definitely worth it. While we was there, we had a snack, obviously, and then once we got finished, we came home and we made the most delicious blueberry muffins. Like, they were just so tasty. We were able to make them sugar-free and they still tasted amazing. I would absolutely love to start a blog soon where I can put all of the amazing recipes that we are figuring out and find out that they actually work and our family loves. I would just absolutely love to share that with you guys. So the garden is still producing. Some things are dying back. We have sowed some more seeds. There were some bean seeds for sure that was sown. Right now, I do have lots of tomatoes that I can replace the tomatoes that are no longer doing really well out here. And so I'm just going to give you a look at what those things are looking like. Mmm, so good. These yellow pears are just so cute. They are sweet. I don't know which one of these bucket tomatoes are actually my favorite yet. I actually think I need to go back and see which is which because I don't see the tag. Mm. Lots of fruit. I'm so excited to see. These tomatoes are actually doing really, really well. Oh, this is these right here. Let's taste this. Oh my goodness, these are the black cherries. And they are so good and sweet. Okay, those are my favorite so far. The black cherry. I'm so happy to see so much fruit. Well, here are the tomatoes that I am going to replace our tomatoes that are done with. These definitely look a lot better than the ones that's in the ground dying, and so I'm hoping that we will have a nice succession. This second round of cucumbers also need to go in the ground. The roots are definitely making their way out the other end. And then we have some more tomatoes in here. These are our pumpkins. This is the rich sweet melons, those small ones. Yeah, definitely let me know below if you guys are interested in seeing me like take away all the dead things and replace it with the new things, or do you guys just like when I just have the garden all put together? Either way, I will see you guys soon because I definitely want to do a garden tour, let you see what's growing, what's not. At that point, I've already done succession planting. I will explain why and what's going on. We're hoping for another month strong until it's time to then put in our fall veggies. And so I'm so excited to be preparing for fall, like everything. Look at this. I'm so excited to be preparing for fall. I'm so excited about everything that we've grown over the spring and in the summer, and what's left to come. Like, it's all really exciting. I'm so grateful that you guys have decided to join us on this journey. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.